Kia Boys have done something successful. They've developed an idea, they learned it from somewhere else, and then they mastered it. And then they went out to pursue it. So I think if we challenge our kids to flip their mindset from the things they do, first we just go straight to the negative side of it. And what they doing is wrong. Like, I'm not going to justify it by any means. Let me lead with that. But what I'm saying is our kids have found an idea. They got knowledge of something, of a way you can do something. They then mastered it. Then they went out and pursued it and haven't been stopped in the pursuit of that. Like, that's what the problem is right now. Some people want them to be caught. Some people don't want them to be caught. People will talk bad about them, but they keep tuning in. I know plenty of people that hop on Facebook to search, to look up what the Kia Boys is doing, to find out where they was, what happened in the getaway. I think the biggest thing is what's the issue is with our community. We don't have a set thought on what the appropriate behavior for our kids to behave, and that's what we got to address. What is the way kids should behave in our communities, and what are we supposed to do as adults as response when kids don't behave in the way or in the manner that we would like them as a community? What is the outcome of that, and what does that look like? But deeper than that, I think we need to challenge the kids, and that's what I say, because I don't know them personally, but I know a lot of kids and teenagers and youth in the community. There's a good chance that some of the boys that we quote unquote have labeled as Kia Boys, I might know them. And what I want to challenge them to do is they're going to get to an age where they're adults and it's time to be the men that they're supposed to be. And why not flip that mindset to figure out other knowledge? So the same knowledge that they've learned to jumpstart these cars, to be able to have access to them, find some knowledge of something else. Financial knowledge, some knowledge of a business, some education knowledge, whatever that knowledge is, something that they pursue and that they desire, and master it the same way they've mastered this. And then attack that the same way they've attacked this. They can't be caught. They are fearless. They are acting in a way that even when the law is behind them, they are hard in pursuit and they are going forward. So why not find something that they're that passionate about? Because we can flip those thoughts. We can flip those desires. My old mentor used to always tell me, all skills are transferable. So if we can take that mindset that they have, all that is transferable. That desire, that passion, that will, having no fear, us as adults, that's what we need to do. How much further as us, if we acted the way they're acting in a wrong way, in our lives, we gained some knowledge of something that we desire. We then took that and mastered it and learned how to do it ourselves, and then went to go pursue it fearlessly, and we weren't afraid of any outcome. And anybody that tried to stop us, anybody that tried to chase us down, anybody tried to tell us it's wrong, anybody that tried to limit us, we didn't let it happen, and then we pursued it. If they were to take those same skills and put that into something, our community would change immensely. Things would change to a level we've never seen. And our youth have that inside of them. So that's how I look at it. It's like, yes, what they're doing is illegal and it's wrong. So I'm not justifying it, nor by any means. So I don't want any of this conversation to be viewed as something that I'm promoting what they're doing. I'm not promoting the action that I'm doing, but I'm definitely promoting the thought which is behind the action of what they're doing. If we can convince our youth to use those skills that they have deep down inside of them in other ways, and I'm not saying they have to do it in school, I'm not saying they have to do it in sports, I'm not saying they have to do it in the traditional setting that we think they should do it. I want to challenge them to say, what are those passions that you have? It's something inside of you want to do. They just want to drive at this current moment. They want to live wild. They want to be liked. They want to have a following, because that's the thing. These boys have a crazy following now. They have a crazy trend. They have the whole city talking about them. What can they do that will cause the whole city to talk about them? What can they do that will cause the whole world to focus in and pay attention to them? And they starting a trend. They've caused other people. It's people that's not even involved in them that's doing the same thing. They have a skill set. They have an ability. And us as a community, we have to challenge that side of our kids. We don't allow spaces. That's why I love the space that I'm actually recording this in Muse. It creates those opportunities. And that's why I want these thought-provoking conversations to come from a space from here. Because wherever you do things from, that's what you're going to get out in the world. We're doing this from a space of creativity. We have to open up an opportunity for our kids to be creative. We have to open up an opportunity for them to do things that challenge them. So that's what I would say. That's why if I had an opportunity to sit down and have these conversations with them, that's what I would want to talk to them about, is how can we take what you're doing and put it in a positive way? Because it's a way that this could be done positively. And also it's a way that can make money. Because I talked to some of my other youth about it. Because some of my youth, if I was real, they think it's funny and they think it's dope what they doing. So we had a conversation. And I'm like, but at the same time, They doing this, they out, they about, they getting where they going, they moving around, they moving, they shaking, they doing stuff, but they not really getting nothing long term from it. And there's really no financial gain. So what's the point of doing all of this without no financial gain and without no long term access to success? But yeah, so them the type